Welcome back, and this week it's going to be a themed week, so every day it's going to be Angry Birds. So hopefully you got a piece of paper and a pencil and you can draw along. Angry Birds are pretty simple shapes, so it's just a study in shape. So hopefully I don't go off screen like I did last time. I'm going to just start with the top feather because I know that's at the top. This time we're going to do red bird, the main logo bird. Boy, I'm already too big. Here we go. Let me start at the bottom. So he is roughly a circle. It kind of gets lopsided here and there. This part sticks out more. Okay. Goes up to the feathers. Does that look all right? Hopefully. You can see good enough. Lots of little sketches here. This pencil's too sharp. Anyway, that's the shape. See, it's not a good round circle, and you don't want a perfect round circle, so it's kind of nice. Okay, and roughly, let's see the feathers. Little bird feathers here. One, and they almost look like cartoon thumbs. Okay, 1 and 2. We'll define this a bit more. So it's a little harder for me to draw on camera only because I have to sketch a lot darker than I'm used to. So it picks up. A lot of you who've seen the bomb or some of the earlier ones know I drew way too light and the camera couldn't pick it up. So hopefully that's a bit big on that feather. Let's just make that one bigger. Why not? And then a little one down here, little tail feather. Okay, so 3 feathers in the back. It's kind of triangle shapes. A couple thumb shapes up here. And he's got some heavy-duty eyebrows. So roughly that's the middle. So I'm just going to roughly sketch in the eyebrows here. And depending on the kind of face you want to give him, a surprised face, you can put the eyebrows up really high and draw big round eyes. Angry, which is what they usually are, low, heavy brows. Okay, so just a V shape. Now the top of the beak is a big flattened triangle, a little rounder on this side. A little pointier on that side, but roughly a triangle. And then down here, a smaller one. It doesn't meet the end of the beak. It comes right there. See that? Now the eyes. Top of the beak to the middle of the eyebrow. There's the division. And there we go, there's one. Something seems funny about this one. I don't know. I'll fix it later. Anyway, there's 2. So, and he's got some little eyeballs. Now, you can shade eyes several different ways. So a little dot is what they usually are. If you want to add some life, you can shade, like let's say, here's an eyeball, here's another eyeball. Instead of filling in the whole thing, leave a little white, and it brings a lot of life into the eyes. Even photographers, if you know anything about Photoshop, they'll add a little speck of white in the eyes, even if it's not there, and it just helps them pop out. So that's what we're going to do here. And I saw an Angry Bird drawn once where they had the speck off to the side like that. And I liked that. See how it's almost like a moon shape? So that's what I'm going to do here. So instead of the speck of light right in the middle, it's right there. And if one pupil's bigger than the other, just make this one bigger to match. Don't worry about getting it perfect. There we go. That's pretty good. That looks nice. I'm happy with it. Now I'll just ink it in. I'm just using a, what is this? I don't even know where I got it. Pigmented Artists Quality Memory Book Markers. This marker's kind of cool. It's double-sided. This one's fat and that one's thin. It's okay. You can use whatever you want. Whatever feels more comfortable. And the edge of the eyebrows are actually rounded a bit. They're not totally straight. And you can make these pretty thick if you wanted to. There's a lot of wiggle room when you're drawing Angry Birds. If you wanted them a little angrier, you can draw them squinty-eyed. You draw little eyelids on the top and the bottom. That's where he's giving you the stink eye. That's good. I want this one to be even bigger. There we go. He's pretty mad. Okay, and just in case, I need an in-between marker, but I want this to be pretty thin around the eyeball. What is up with this pen? Look at that, it just leaked. Something's funny about that. Look at that. There we go. And the pupils, even though it's missing a part, try to make them perfect circles, not ovals. It's a little harder because I'm used to hovering right over my artwork, but I got this camera right in front. So now I'm getting used to drawing things at a different angle than I've ever done. That's okay. Builds up some skill. So I was thinking maybe we'd do a different art style on some of these other birds. Maybe not all of them, but you know, a different medium. If you don't know what a medium is, it's a different art tool. So either, like, you know, pencil is one medium, crayons is another medium, colored pencils is another, oil paint, pastels, those are all different mediums. So if somebody says, what medium do you like to work in? You could say watercolor or whatever it is you like to do. Okay, let's get this other eyeball. It's a bit dodgy, as they say in England. I don't like the way it looks, so let's redraw before I pen it in. I never liked that side. That's a little closer. Still not happy with it. Something seems funny. Maybe it's just not big enough. I don't know. There we go. That's all right. Haven't been in England in a while. My mother's from there. She's left-handed too. It's got a chubby cheek there. Use the fatter side. I'm going to erase the pencil. It's kind of a fun, almost like a chewing gum eraser. You can get these at art stores. Hopefully all the ink's dry. Sometimes when you erase it too early you get smudges, but this looks pretty good. And I'll fatten them up right here. Fatten it up there. Usually the undersides get more shadow, so thicker lines. But not always. You just do what you want. Whatever seems right and fun to you. But this style of artwork, usually the outside lines are a lot thicker than the inside lines. And to do shadows, they just make the bottom lines a little thicker. Like here, under the chin, we'll do this a little thicker. There we go, that's all right. Clean this up. Okay, for his eyes, I'm going to give it two colors. Let's do a Prismacolor, what is this? Pale Cold Gray. And I'm going to shade the bottom of his eyes almost to the edge. I'm stopping at the black. I don't want to go right to the actual black edge. It makes it look even more real. And at the top I'm going to do, what is this? Can't read that barely. Cloud blue. Just a little shine. Hardly anything. Just soft. Let's do the red. It's going to start here. Just taper down. Just going to color light at first. And I'll go over it, really darken it up. His underside is a khaki brown, and this is a little too dark, so I'm going to draw it really light. This is called, what do they call this? Verge? Something? Can't read that. Of orange? Of OR something? I'm going to draw really light. To try and soften it. It looks a lot nicer. We'll feather this edge there. A nice orange for his beak. Let's give him some shading here. Just for fun. So I'm going to go really dark just till I get to the edge. And I'll leave a light spot there. And then down here is a darker orange. There we go, that looks pretty cool. A little shadow. This is again, what color is this? Rouge Tuscan? Something like that? A little bit of shadow right here. A little bit of shadow here. Maybe a tiny bit under the eyebrows. Yeah, that looks cool. I'm going to give him a little bit of shadow right under the eyebrows. It makes the eyebrows have a little bit of weight. And if I curve it, then that helps it feel a little bit more like the eyes are curved. If it's just straight, it makes the eyes seem a little flat. So let's curve it up here and curve it up there. That's pretty good. If you're wondering how to shade, one easy way to think of it is add your main color, so this would be red, then add a darker color at the bottom and a lighter color at the top or around the edges, and that's roughly it. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's just a basic way to give something a lot more depth. Just give a little bit here. It's looking a little too pale, so I'll tone it down again. I never meant for this video to go this long, but I'm just having a little bit of fun, so I don't use this one much, the black colored pencil, but the ink in the pen actually isn't that dark. So this is darkening it up considerably. I don't like how this meets. There, I just want to bump the eyebrow a little bit. There we go. That looks better. Now let's see if we can give the top of the eyebrow a highlight. I don't know how this is going to look, I just want to try it here. Get a little tiny bit of a highlight here. Just so it doesn't seem like such a black hole. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of shading right under his beak. There. A little black. And there you go, Redbird. So hopefully you had a lot of fun. Hopefully you got a few color pencils you can color along too. It's always fun to do. And stay subscribed and I'll be uploading more and we'll see how they turn out. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.